What's up, beautiful soccer people? Welcome to another iGeek Soccer review video. And today we're going to be reviewing the Nike Magista Opus. We're going to unbox the shoes, review the shoes, see what comes in the box, do an unfit video, and we're going to talk about it in detail. So let's get to it, my friend. Let's get to it. Boom.
Lights out, lying in your arms, and these feelings start to change. One look into your eyes and I'm floating far away. I've never been here before. I don't know the score, but I never wanted you more than I do tonight.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about the shoes is the colorway and the local position of the shoes. So you have the Nike call out here, you have the Magista call out on the back here, Nike call out there, Magista call out on the inside with a Nike grip on the inside of those the insole of the shoes. You have the ACC call out on the tongue right there, and you also have the Magista, little tiny Magista right there on the laces. So as far as the logo positioning go, that's pretty much all you get for it. You have a Nike call out there as well. As far as the logo positioning, that's pretty much all you get for it. Colorway wise, the shoes is laser orange. As you can see, the most dominant color of the shoes obviously is laser orange, no question there. And then you have black going on there, black on the back, a little bit of black stripes there. The color out there is black and then kind of white, as you can see right there. You have a little bit of white, and you have green on the inside of the insole is green, as you can see right there. So as far as the colorway go, yeah, it's pretty much all you get. You have a little bit of green there on the studs, a little bit of green. It's kind of like gray at the bottom and green up top. So the studs itself kind of looks kind of grayish black. That's the thing. It's black right here, and it's like in a grayish kind of color right there, and you have green studs and gray at the bottom right here, and as it goes up top it becomes green obviously. So the most dominant color is laser orange, there's black and white. So as far as the colorway and logo positioning go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the shoes. You have laser orange, black, green, white. So that's pretty much all you get for the color. So let's move on to the upper of the shoes. The upper of the shoes is a kangaroo elite upper. So you can see there's a color right there, and then you guys can see it. It says, let me switch it around. It says kangaroo elite. So the upper of the shoes is like a kangaroo leather upper, which is really cool because you can really feel that when you have that push. When you push into the shoes, you can really feel that push back to it. Now, as far as how thick or how cushioning it is, it's not extremely cushioning as when you feel it, but it does have that pushback when you push it. So you can see right there, it has like a really nice pushback to it and a really nice soft feel when you feel the shoes itself. Really cool pushback, really soft feel, and I really like that about the whole shoes. Now another thing about the shoes that I didn't mention earlier is that it is super light. Like, it is very light. As soon as you pick it up, you're gonna notice the lightness of the shoes, and that's another thing as well that another thing you're gonna notice as soon as you take the shoes out of the box. So as far as the upper go, you have a kangaroo elite upper, which is pretty cool, pretty nice, has a nice pushback to it, and it feels really well, and I'm sure it's gonna feel really well on my feet. We're gonna try it on later to see how well it fits. But as far as that go, as far as the upper go, the upper part of the shoes, kangaroo elite upper all around. Really nice feel, really nice pushback. Not too cushioning at all, but it has like a really nice pushback to it. You can tell as a kangaroo leather upper. Yeah, I think it has like a mesh kind of stuff going on in there too, like a little bit of mesh underneath the kangaroo leather. You can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. No, you can't hear it, but I can hear it. It seems like there's kind of like a mesh underneath that, and then on top of that is the kangaroo leather. Another thing about the upper of the shoes, guys, is the hybrid tongue. Let me unlace that for you guys so we can see what I'm talking about. It's a hybrid tongue, and the reason being in hybrid tongue is because if you look at the tongue itself, it's attached to the body of the shoes. So it has like this kind of attachment from here, technically from here to here, and then from there you have kind of like the traditional tongue stuff going on there, but from there to there it's attached to the shoes. Let me get rid of the lace for you guys so you guys can take a closer look at it. So you can see right there, It's kind of like that's one of the reasons why it's called a hybrid. And the whole idea behind this, what Nike is trying to do, is that when you put your feet in the shoes, you have kind of like this hybrid thing that gives you a little bit of pull down here, so it grips your feet a little bit tighter down here because of this whole hybrid thing right here that comes all the way to up here. And then up here, when you pull the lace, it grips your feet really well, and you have kind of like that snug fit when you put on the shoes. So that's the whole idea behind the hybrid tongue right there. And another thing as well about the upper, that's kind of obvious, I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it, is the 3D kind of texture that you see right here. So it's kind of like a 3D texture that it really, when you feel it, you get to feel it. When you feel it, you actually feel the bumps. It feels like a tiny little bumps on the side of the shoes and coming all the way to the forefront of the shoes, and also as well as here. It's kind of stops right here, doesn't go all the way. It doesn't go all the way to the back, but from here it goes all the way around. There's not so much of it on the forefront right here, but there's one right here. There's one right here, which I'm assuming what Nike have done here, most of the bumps and most of the 3D design that you see right there, is most of the part where you have ball control, where you have ball touch, they put this kind of texture and 3D design right there to give you better ball touch and better ball handling when you control the ball. So you can see right here, it's right there, it's right here, which is most of the part where you shoot the ball. It's right here. It's less prevalent right here, but you can see it as you go back in right there. You can still feel it right there, but it's not as much as you can feel it over here or in here. So as far as that go, you go all the way here, you come here, and then this list right here as well. So as far as the upper go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the upper. Another thing as well, of course, is the ACC, all condition control. That means that you can play the idea. Let me don't say it means. So the idea behind the ACC, obviously, so that you can play with it in all weather condition, whether wet or dry. Obviously, you need to be able to play with it when it's dry, but when it's wet, you should be able to play with it, and you should have a really good ball control when you play with it on wet weather. And I think this grips, the grip on the side here, the 3D texture on the side here and right there also helps a lot when it's wet. But another thing I don't like about the whole 3D thing, I had this on my Magista in the shoes. There's a play test for it. I linked the video up top. I didn't review it, but there's a play test for it. One of the things that I didn't like about that is that because it has this kind of same kind of feature, this whole bump, this whole 3D design on the top of the shoes, it was extremely annoying, extremely annoying to play with. When you play with it, you kind of feel the bump on the inside of the shoes as well, and it was chaotic. I didn't even play with it that much. One of my friends picked it up and started playing with it, but it was really bad. That's what I didn't like about that, but that was an indoor shoes. And then that wasn't kangaroo leather as well. It was like a synthetic upper. So that's a huge difference there. It wasn't kangaroo leather. It was a synthetic upper. As far as this go, it doesn't feel like, I mean, you can feel it a little bit on the inside, but it doesn't feel intensive as the other one, as the indoor shoes was. So I'm not sure if it's gonna, because it feels very soft. So you guys, I said earlier, it has like a really nice pushback when you push on it. It has a really nice cushion pushback. Not extremely cushion, but enough cushion when you push on it. So that's a good thing. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing for the shoes, but I'll let you guys know when I try it on later on in the video. So as far as the upper go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the upper. You have a kangaroo lead upper, texture design on the forefront, on the side here, on the side there, and a little bit on the forefront right here. And you have your hybrid tongue right there, which is really nice. And then the most impressive thing about the shoes that I am personally impressed about is the weight, guys. This thing is extremely light. I love it. I love the lightness of it, and I don't think it's going to require that much of a break-in time. It's somewhat flexible, not extremely flexible like most soccer shoes, but as far as the upper go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for it. And of course, it has like a plastic heel counter. See, it does have feature of plastic heel counter. Pretty cool, right there. You can hear it. So it does have a really cool plastic heel counter. So I'm thinking it's going to give you that double lock system, wherein if you put your shoe inside, because of the hybrid tongue and all that stuff, the plastic heel counter, a really nice. Let's see here. Let's see the sock line. Pretty nice sock line. Pretty well cushioned. It's pretty nice. Well cushioned. It has like a little bit of holes in the sock line there for breathability. And so you see a little bit of holes. The same holes apply on the side as well for breathability. Not too cushioned, so as most shoes are. as all the shoes are, because I'm assuming that the idea behind this is that Nike wanted to get rid of as much as they can to make the shoes very light, and trust me, they've accomplished that because their shoes is very, very light, and I really love that about it. But as far as the upper go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the upper of the shoes. So far, so good. So far, I like the upper. I don't know about the whole texture design here. As I said on my previous shoes, again, link will be on up top. It didn't go so well for me, but again, this is outdoor shoes, that's an indoor shoes, and this is kangaroo lit, so the leather is different. That one was synthetic, so we'll see how this go. The insole, let's see if the insole is removable. The insole is purely removable. And on the insole right here, you have this whole thing. Nike says the Nike grip. So the whole idea behind that is this two things right here and a little bit of, kind of bumps and a little bit of stuff right there. So the whole idea behind this is that when you have your feet on the inside and you're moving around a lot, your feet doesn't move around because it has that feature of the Nike grip that keeps it in place when you move around. So that's the whole idea of the Nike grip. So if you look on the inside as well, it's like a little bit of, little dots back there that are supposed to hold this guy in place so it doesn't move around a lot. And I'm gonna guess and say the same thing applies on the forefront. You guys can't see it, but yes, it is right there. So see on the inside, it applies on the forefront as well. So again, this part right here goes right on the forefront, so when you have your feet in there, it doesn't move around a lot. You have, of course, the Nike grip, and then you have your hybrid tongue right here, which gives you a really nice, which I'm sure is going to give you a really nice fit, and it keeps your foot in place when you play, and just gives you that snug-like fit when you put it on. So as far as the upper go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the upper of the shoes. Okay, guys, as we move our way to the bottom of the shoes, now one of the things that you're going to notice about the outsole of the shoes is that you can tell the outsole of the shoes is a lot more thinner than it's supposed to be. I can't say it's supposed, yeah, than it is supposed to be. You can tell it's a lot more thinner because look at it, guys, look at it. Let me push it up. See how thin it is? So I think the whole lightness of the shoes comes from the whole reduction of the amount of stuff that they added to the sole plate of the shoes, because this stuff right here is super thin. Look at it. It is super thin. The sole plate is super thin. Like, look at that. It is super thin, and but as it goes back to the as you move back to the middle of the shoes, it gets a little bit stiffer. But at the forefront, it's very flexible, very thin, and as you move back, it gets a little thicker and a lot more traditional as you move back. But it's a lot more thinner at the back as well. It's not as thick as you would compare it to other outsole. Let me move it a little bit closer. As you compare it to other outsoles, so I think that's how Nike. I think that's how Nike accomplished the whole lightness of the shoes. I think they reduced a lot of stuff from the outsole of the shoes, which makes it super light, which is really good. Now, as far as that goes, I get the idea, and I like the idea of the shoes being super light. But what I don't know and what I don't support is the idea of paying $200 and something for this shoes and playing with it for a while and then start seeing a rip at the bottom right here or something happening, because I know that Nike was trying to accomplish the whole lightness of the shoes, and they have accomplished that because the shoes are super light. But I think they had to give up some things to make the shoes look, give us some things to make the shoes a lot more lighter than any other regular shoes that you will play with, and that's a good thing. But however, I still kind of like it when it's a little bit thicker at the bottom, because it gives me that sense of confidence that my shoes is can carry my weight, so to speak. But again, I don't have anything against it. I can't say anything to it right now. When I play with it for a while, maybe I'll let you guys know how it is. But as far as that goes, I think that's what Nike did. Took away some stuff here to make the shoes super light, which again they've accomplished because the shoes is extremely light. So that's a good thing. And also the shoes does feature a pivot point. Basically what that means that the whole idea behind the pivot point on the forefront of the shoes, from right here the shoes, it allows you to make quicker direction changes when you change, when you run for agile soccer players. It allows you to make quick direction changes, and it allows you to move around a lot more faster than you would. So as far as the outsole of the shoes go, guys, that's pretty much all you get. You have your stars button right there for you guys. That's pretty much all you get for the outsole of the shoes, guys. So as far as the shoes in general go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the shoes. Now we're going to try it on and see how it feels on my feet. So let's get to it. Okay, guys, so now we're going to try the shoes to see how it feels on my feet. Let me just unlace it there. Put that on. So it kind of feels a little bit tighter going in at first. Yeah, a lot tighter going in at first, but that's again because I didn't loosen all of my laces to have it going in. But as far as how it fits right now, it fits pretty well. Right there, let me put that back on. Fits pretty tight, but pretty nice. It doesn't feel tight enough to assume that it's going to take a long time to break in. Put that on. Tie it up. Pull that laces. Just give me 1 second there. Tie it like so. Just a quick tie. Tie that again. Okay. So as far as the fit go, it fits pretty well. It fits pretty nice. Doesn't have the whole thing I was talking about earlier. The whole pushback with the little 3D design right here. The whole pushback on the inside doesn't really have that. I don't really feel that on the inside. So that's good news, and it feels pretty well fitted. But another thing that you guys have to notice, I don't know if you guys can see it, is that if you take a close look here, it's a bit narrow right there. So if you have a wide fit, you're gonna see this is gonna start coming out. My feet is pretty narrow. It's not as wide as most of you guys' feet would be, but if you do, it's gonna start just floating over. But as far as fit go, it fits pretty well. Feels pretty comfortable. I don't think it's gonna take that long to break in, because right now it already feels really nicely fitted, and I think that has to do with the kangaroo late upper as well. Pretty nice. I like how it fits. Looks really nice as well. So as far as the on-fit video go, guys, that's pretty much all you get for it. Looks really nice, fits pretty well, and I like how it feels. Feels pretty well. And the whole idea of the studs being thinner, you don't really feel that yet, but again, you're not gonna know that until you play with it a lot. But it feels pretty well. Feels pretty tight, pretty well fitted. So yeah, that's all you get, guys. Thank you for watching the review video, guys, and if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That will help this video out a lot. If you want to see some cool videos like this every single time, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down below somewhere. And if you want to see some of the places that I go play street soccer, make sure you check out my website at geeksoccer.com. There you will find pictures and pictures of the shoes as well, and pictures of some of the places that I go play street soccer. Again, thumbs up, subscribe, guys. Yeah, if you have a question, make sure you leave it in the comment box below. I will be sure to answer all of your questions as best as I can. So thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces. Oh, and don't forget to stay geeking as always. Deuces.